Good afternoon, guys. Happy Friday. Charlie Ward here. Question of the week. This week, I am answering a question that came in um, from one of my very lovely clients who is learning, as are all of my 30-day rewilders, about listening in to your yes and your no internally. So, as women, and I'm sure if you're a woman and you can resonate with this, we tend to say yes, and we're conditioned to say yes. Yes when we mean no, no when we mean yes. Um, and part of what I've been doing with my 30-day ladies is asking them to really feel into where that is in their body. Where do they feel it's a yes? Where do they feel it's a no? But primarily because so many women don't know how to say no. They feel it, they feel the no, but then they automatically say yes. We automatically say yes. And then what happens is we start to feel a little dog. We start to feel resentful and annoyed and angry and pissed off, and then of course that impacts us internally in our system. So the question I got asked was, does it make me a bad friend or a terrible person, basically, if I'm bailing on my friends? And the answer is no, it doesn't make you a terrible person. Oh, it's just so hard. Nothing makes you a terrible person. Learning to trust yourself when it's a yes and it's a no, and that might change day to day to day. But learning to trust your inner knowing, KNOWING, learning to trust your inner know, NO, is a process and a practice. And the more you do that, the stronger it gets, and the more in alignment with your own truth you become. And because we are not conditioned to say no and put ourselves first, we are conditioned to say yes and put ourselves at the bottom of the list. We automatically, in saying no, thank you, we feel bad. We take that on board, and then we create a lot of unnecessary stress with our thinking, which then impacts our own internal system. And that's what can often lead to resentment and anger. And then we'll go to our habits, which make us feel better. So a lot of the people that are in my community have habits of behavior, habits of thought, anxiety, that sort of thing. So part of the work that I do with my clients and my tribe and my circle is getting them to really explore what it means to be feminine and getting in touch with their inner no, NO, and then just practicing that, because it doesn't make you a bad person if you say no, thank you. And maybe when you said yes, it was a yes, and then today it's a no. But it's trusting that inner voice, intuition within you before all of the conditioning comes in, all of the, well, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? The shoulda, woulda, coulda committee, which is based on people won't like me, what if they hate me, I'll be rejected, they'll slag me off, they'll think bad of me, all that stuff that we can make up about our experience of life, which causes us to have then stress and dis-ease. So it's just a teeny tiny practice of saying no. But in your saying no to others, you say yes to yourself. In saying no to what doesn't serve you, you say yes to what does. And the more you can do that internally, internally and externally, the more you'll start to trust your inner knowing. And the more you'll start to feel more aligned with your own truth and confident in your decisions. And the more you're able to listen into that no or yes, yes to yourself or no to whatever, the less stress you will have internally, which has a huge impact on your whole system, right? This is a huge, huge, huge topic. So it's a case of literally just feeling in and trusting that initial no or yes. And really feeling into, if you are saying yes to something that you don't want to, you're saying no to yourself. And I would rather say yes to myself than yes to someone else and cause myself unnecessary stress. However, in the with the lady that asked the question, she's innocently gone into a lot of stress because she said no to something that she doesn't want to do, and that's brilliant. And now she's going into her can you hear my dog? Into her automatic place where we go to, which is the shoulda, woulda, coulda, and what if they hate me, and what if they reject me, and am I a bad person? No, 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 no. You're shining a light on yourself, and you're shining a light and giving other women permission to do the same. And that voice, that automatic voice of criticism, is going to come in automatically because it just does, because it's conditioned to do so. But also, if you stop paying attention to it, then it will stop coming round, basically. And that's what I mean by practice. The more you trust that, the more people will actually feel the truth of your energy, right? People will subconsciously feel the truth of your energy in your yes and your no, and they will begin to trust that actually, if you don't want to do something, you tell the truth, rather than some of us make up quite a lot of elaborate stories about why we might not want to go to something. Um, and that's okay too, but it just takes the stress out of the situation. And the more you do that, the more people will trust that, oh, she just doesn't want to come, and that's okay. It's no reflection on them, it's absolutely a reflection on you honoring your own truth. So practice that, see how it feels, even if you just get a feel for that in your own body. What's the yes for me? What's the no? And then see what arises. Have a good day. Ciao.